What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Half Cent Reddit news and reviews for the game Marvel Strike Force. And as for the usual, I'll be taking you through your talking points today. We have a few good points to talk about today, a couple of infographics coming in, a comedic post. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, first topic we're going to talk about today comes from user Driscab0657. This user posts, "Why cap Ultron at 3 red stars? If you can get a 7 red star Silver Surfer and Kestrel, why limit Ultron? I get the idea behind it. He would be too powerful. But then again, 7 red star Silver Surfer and Kestrel. If you're going to introduce a power leap, why not just go all in? Seems so arbitrary to cap Ultron to 3 red stars." Me personally, I'm going to have to agree with this statement. I do understand how people could perceive Ultron as being too powerful if he was to achieve 7 red stars for a couple different reasons. Mainly, the ultimate that he has hits like a Mack truck. With that being said, you also have characters like Captain Marvel who also hit like a Mack truck and still go before most other characters. So the fact or the reasoning that he would be hitting too hard, it's kind of null at this point when we do have characters like Silver Surfer and Kestrel in the game. Another point being brought up in the comments section is the 7 red stars would also affect his summons, aka his bots, making them too tough. If you can't one-shot the bots or you have to 2-tap all of the bots, then it would make him OP in itself. I agree with this to a certain extent. The bots are and can be a problem, but the bots aren't without their... The bots are easy enough to take care of if you know how. Lots of AoE damage or characters that thrive off of getting multiple hits or kills, such as you got the Symbiotes team. Every time they get a kill, they ramp up. You got the same kind of mechanic going with the Astonishing X-Men. I don't think improved Doom bots would be the end-all be-all of Marvel Strike Force. So, my opinion on this topic, thumbs up. Give Ultron the rest of his red stars. The game's already full of broken characters. Why not just give us more to play with? Theory crafting is one of the most impressive and fun parts of this game. So, on to our next topic. Our next topic comes from user Ciano232. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And this user posts, "Easter egg, hidden message found within loading screen on Bullseye's cards. Warning, there's some profanity incoming." Go ahead and click on that. Yep. So, story behind that, it's just a running joke in the Marvel Strike Force subreddit. I apologize if that kind of language offends you. I'm not going to say it out loud. But this is a very, very upvoted post, and they deserve their time in the limelight. So, there it is. I got a kick out of it. I hope you did too. Moving on to the third and final topic of the day. The third topic at 540 upvotes over the last day comes from user AMV. They post updated MSF infographics, May 2021, version 5.3.0. Now, I'm not going to sit here and read this whole thing because, as you can see, it's quite extensive. In this case, that's a good thing. This post includes quite a few infographics. All of them have very, very, very important information, or at least semi-important information. All of them are very informative. All of them are well-informed themselves. Now, I'm going to middle of the road this post for the simple fact that all infographics are just people's opinions. Yes, they are chocked full of facts that you can fact check, but all of them, to a degree, involve a certain level of this is how I feel about the game. For example, you have legendaries with estimated dates. Now, these are the characters you need to unlock their respective legendaries. However, these dates are going to be subject to change because Scopely can choose to swap out one legendary event for another, or just nix a legendary event altogether. It's not guaranteed. We've all been promised stuff by Scopely before, and it's been changed. So through no fault of the user that made these infographics, these are speculative. Now, farming locations. This shows you where you can get shards of the certain characters that you're after to aid in gaining more legendaries. This is super informative. This brings me to my next point. All of the information and all of these infographics is readily available to anyone. Anyone can find this if you were to look for it. Now, the difference being, and why I'm not going to sit here and downvote this batch of infographics, is because although this information is readily available, some people don't know where to look. Some people don't know how to attain said information, and that kind of gets people flustered and makes them not want to look for it, period. They would rather have an infographic tell them exactly what's going on, so they don't really have to search it out. It's just displayed in front of them. So these infographics are pretty important for that reason. You don't have to go hunt this information down. It's just readily available to you now. With that being said, another piece of information that I would like to go over, like I said previously, these are all people's opinions, and I say that for the simple fact that here is this person's best defenses and best offenses for Arena, both for pay to play and both for free to play, or early team users or early on users versus late game users. Now, I say these are opinions because this top team here with Doom, Kestrel, Doc Ock, Emma Frost, and Red Guardian is a wonderful defense team. It is stacked. You got debuff clearers, you got buff administrators, you got heavy tanks, and you got Doom, one of the best characters in the game, next to Kestrel, which is arguably the best character in the game right now. However, the second team down for Arena defense is the Asgardians, and that I do not agree with. The Asgardians are a phenomenal team, but because of teams like Astonishing X-Men and Symbiotes, they are absolutely useless in Arena defense. They do a lot better in war defense when they get their buffs, and Greg is harder to take down. For those of you who don't know, Greg is the name given by the subreddit and the Marvel Strike Force community to Hela's summon. If you have a team that can capitalize on knocking Greg out repeatedly, then it doesn't matter how buffed up and how beefy your team is, you can just sit there and whittle them down. I've punched up 150k on Asgardians with my symbiote team. It's doable. It's something that I would recommend avoiding, having Hela as part of your defense team in any capacity. And here, this person has Hela in two of their top defense teams. I'm gonna just flat out disagree with that. But that doesn't mean all of these infographics don't have pertinent information, or all of these infographics are only subjective or opinions. Some of these, like the farming infographic, are accurate. It's a representation of information that's readily available, and they are facts. So I will be leaving a link to this post in the description of this video, so you can check out these infographics for yourself. I will be making it readily available because these will aid a lot of different players in their gameplay in case they're wondering what they should be doing next, where they're going wrong with arena defense, offense, war defense, offense, how to blitz better to get more shards. These infographics are chock full of so much information that all the players could take advantage of if they're not already in the know. So, having said that, that's going to be the end of our video. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing and it does wonders for us. Other than that, enjoy your Cinco de Mayo. I hope you have a good day.